This is Tim Sheehy. Welcome to Tim Said Podcast. Shoplifting, crime, civil protests, civil disobedience, civil disruptions, whatever you want to call it. Today we had another episode of it, which is just remarkable to see. We're watching people walk into department stores, walk into Walgreens, walk into Walmart, whatever it is, small businesses, big businesses, walk out with shopping carts full of power tools, TVs, whatever they can get their hands on. And in some cases, when the staff is intervening, trying to even just take pictures of them so they can identify who the criminals are, they're getting fired. They're getting fired from their jobs because they are trying to stop people from stealing merchandise from the stores they work for.
The CEO of Lululemon standing by his decision to fire employees who tried to stop shoplifters.
Now with shoplifting, we're in the same spot where stealing someone else's property has been a crime since, I don't know, like the Babylonian days. Yet now there's this societal acceptance of wealth redistribution through theft, where if people who need this are allowed to walk into a store and take it without paying for it, it's wealth redistribution. Because those companies, whether they're small businesses or big businesses, it doesn't matter. You know, the anti-business mentality of the American socialists now is becoming very invasive, and they basically say, well, you're a big company, you deserve to lose money. And it's Robin Hood style for these poor homeless people to steal this and give it to other people. But that's not true, because small businesses are a huge part of big businesses' supply chain. And oftentimes, even though it may be a big business name on the side of a store, it's a small business owner who operates that franchise or owns the building or provides the staff for it. Small business is the bedrock of America's economy, always has been, still is today. So this weird, pervasive acceptance of civil disobedience through shoplifting, in many cases organized crimes doing it. They're hiring these people to go in there, flash mob a store, steal thousands, tens of thousands of dollars of merchandise, walk out, and then resell it on the internet at a markup. And for the staff to intervene, they're getting fired for it. But the shoplifting piece is really a new paradigm, I believe, because we are decriminalizing theft. And when you start to decriminalize small things, the broken glass theory, pretty soon big things also become decriminalized. Our police forces have been defunded. Our cops have been vilified. Police departments around the nation can't staff themselves anymore. A lot of it is because the police officers can't do their job. Cops aren't perfect. None of us are. But once again, they don the cloth of their community to serve, to help you fix your flat tire, to get you out of the ditch, to respond to your home when your baby's choking, to help you deliver your baby on the side of the road when you're trying to run to the emergency room, and to stop thieves from stealing merchandise from small businesses, to stop mass theft in our communities. Because who ends up paying for that isn't the government. There isn't some random government insurance agency behind everything that subsidizes these companies. It's you, the paying customer. It's the people that buy their merchandise that will pay the markup for the losses that those companies have to make up for all the merchandise that's being stolen. So unfortunately, you know, these shopliftings, these mob thefts, you know, they trend for a day or two. We see the videos of, 10, 12, 15 of these guys with their hooded sweatshirts and their COVID masks.
We've seen it at pharmacies, so much stuff under lock and key, all an effort to fight the shoplifting epidemic. And scenes like these.
Run into these stores, fill their shopping carts or run out, and it trends for a day or two, and then it goes away. Or a far worse scenario is these thugs run in there. You know, you may have an elderly door greeter at Home Depot who then is kicked over, knocked over, hits their head and dies like happened last year. Tragic events. And it's all because we've decriminalized criminal behavior. And in any functioning society, again, from Babylon to today, that doesn't work. So bringing back law and order is critical. And criminalizing theft needs to happen. So one aspect of this topic that and I do this a lot with my company leadership, with the military leadership, I bring things back to raising a child, raising a toddler. I got 4 young kids. And if you have a small child, a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, whatever it is, and you're trying to teach them values, if they take the toy from a friend, if you take them to a store and they start taking things off the shelf and put them in their pocket, you don't tell that child, it's okay, keep it. Just walk out with it. And if your child does walk out with a little beeper alarm goes off on the exit, you don't then go back and tell the story, nope, that's ours. We're taking it. That belongs to us now. Because you wouldn't raise your child like that. You want to instill your child with values. So for some reason, as a society, we are adopting values that we would never adopt as parents as we raise our children. And for me, that's such a good touchstone to come back to. Whenever we deal with any of these ridiculous new, nihilistic societal norms we're seeing, you wouldn't tell your child to do that. You wouldn't accept your child doing that as acceptable behavior. So why in the world should we allow grown adults all over this country to do the same thing? So if you won't let your 3-year-old do it, I probably wouldn't let 22-year-old mob thieves do it either. That's how it works. That's how behavior in a store in America works. And what we're seeing now in these uber progressive cities that have defunded their police, that have decriminalized pooping in the street, urinating on people, assaulting people in the street, camping on any street corner they feel like, as we've literally turned these cities into anarchy with policies that are completely antithetical to what modern society has figured out actually works, we then act incredulous at the results. And the results are pretty clear. Mob thefts, stores closing down, Walgreens locking up toothpaste now in downtown San Francisco and other cities. Police not coming to work, not showing up anymore, not joining the police force, because why would they when they can't actually do their job and arrest criminals? So now these cities who have created these environments are declaring states of emergency for homelessness, for migrant crises, for crime crises, requesting federal funding, requesting National Guard presence, because they've created an environment of chaos and anarchy that, guess what, nobody likes. Businesses don't like. Tax-paying citizens don't like. And when they start leaving, which they are doing, those cities are in trouble. This is Tim Sheehy. Welcome to Tim Said Podcast.